What's up, guys? Very quick video. Some games that I picked up over this Sunday and Saturday. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, won't take long. And it also proves that not all retros gold. But there's a few bits here for me to keep, a few bits for me to sell on, and just to bundle up probably. But anyway, so let's start off. I got this PS1 with 3 Mare games, good condition cases though, so that's something. But I paid a tenner for this. The only reason I did was because the condition's amazing. I don't think I've ever seen a PS1 as clean as this. I just wish it had the concave sticks, and then I would have definitely kept it. But yeah, it's made in Japan, but it's just so clean, so clean. It's nuts. It's like, where's the box? Because it looks like it's just been in the box. And then one of the original ones. And this has got a bit of dirt on this one actually. Not much though. It's normally, yeah, there is some in there actually, you can see. But this one, I need to test it. Maybe it's so clean because it's broken. One of those jobbies. But yeah, I won't spend too much time on this like I already have. But you can see, like, there isn't even any scratching really to the top. That's normally scratched to hell. So clean. So clean. Yeah. It's like the cleanest one I've ever seen, I think. It's nice. Anyway, so that's that. That was a tenner. The guy wanted 15 and I was like, PS1, yeah. And then he took him a tenner. Okay, what should I do next? I picked up this box with manual and like the plastic. I bought that for £2. I've got the game, so I can just pop that in the box. It's a bit shagged, the box, but it's just nice to have. Nice to have the box. It's missing the little flaps on either side, but it's got that. So that's quite cool. I was pleased to get that. What shall I do next? Okay. I paid for all of this. I can't remember if it was £12 or £13. But it's like, oh, it's just so difficult to leave things like these games. They're so grubby, so some of them aren't. The best one isn't so bad actually, but it's just really, I don't know if he sold some before and this was all that was left, because there's plenty of people walking around trying to pick stuff up. I thought this was going to be, because I wasn't checking stuff, you know. Probably worth a couple of quid. I thought this would have been worth more, but it's not. It's like the least valuable King of Fighters game. But still, you know, if it only cost me £1, it's not bad. I think it's only worth that. But yeah, Eastwat, Missile Defense 3D, Populous, Secret Command, World Grand Prix, World Soccer, World Cup Italia, Shadow Dancer, World Soccer, Tennis Ace, Vigilante, Choplifter. So yeah, that's all right. It's fine. It's just move this out of the way. It's just difficult. It's difficult to leave stuff like that when you see it and it's like under £1 each. But if you go to CEX, I'm sure, you know, they're probably not worth anything. But you know, I'll probably just keep them around and then take a couple out that I want to keep, and then I don't even think, like, because the Master System was the first system I ever had. Like, when I was doing my paper round, I'd be saving up to try and go and get games, and I don't think I had any of these titles. I remember going into my local video game store that's now a pizza joint, Anco Computers, and I'd go in there and I just got in I can remember in my head like all of the racks with everything hanging off the hang tabs, and I'd go in there with my like £20 or £30 that I'd earned from my paper rounds, and me and my mates would go in there and go and try and get something. But with the Master System stuff, it's not exactly like you'd look at the artwork and it doesn't exactly make you go, oh yeah, I really want that. Stuff like Wonder Boy and that, it changed. But anyway, so blast from the past, but very difficult to leave it there. On the same day, I actually picked up this DJ Boy Jap cartridge, which I can't open one-handed. Yeah, that's nice. I paid, I think I paid a £5 for that. It was either 4 or 5 because I bought a couple of things off of this lady. It was just so random. It's got a bit of a label, but who cares about that? And it also looks like it's been unscrewed. But the thing's in there. That's weird. But this is one of those games, it's like I had totally forgotten about this. Yeah, it hasn't even, oh, it has. I think I only played this in the arcade. I'm sure I played this in the arcade. But you know, it's nice to see at a boot sale. You know, something that you're getting and you're paying a little bit for it because she knew that it was worth a bit. Because she was saying 15 at first. I was like, hell no, I would have just left it for that. But you know, if you see people who are professional sellers at boot sales for games, and you look at the prices and it's like, you know that they know, and like, but something like this, which is just a genuine person with random stuff, and they get more, slightly over the odds for it, and you know, they're happy and I'm really happy. So yeah, got that. Let's get rid of that and that. Well, this was a good little bundle. Saturday boot sale. I got there, it was a later starter, and there's so many game people there. So many. So I don't know how the fuck this got missed. It was an older couple, and they just laid some games out on the floor. And I went over and I just started picking stuff up, and she was like, oh, £1 each. And they had some stuff on the floor, a couple of bins with things in, a couple of boxes with stuff in. It was like DVDs, games, CDs all mixed in. So I went through and I picked out these. I don't know why I got that one. That's nice to have. It's nice to have. Like, and these ones I'll keep as well. I'll probably keep that. And this one, but that was good. And then a super duper clean PS2 with memory card. The controller it had a bit of a shake, so I unscrewed it and then got all the bits. There was a couple of bits of plastic inside, and I got them to fall out, so it doesn't rattle anymore, which is good. And then like a third party one, but yeah, that was great. One of those games is quite hard to find, which you probably all know by just looking at the titles there. So yeah, I was really pleased. So, you know, I'm not just a scummy reseller. I do you know, I do look for things to keep as well. Oh, almost forgot. And talking about things to keep, I finally got a nice copy, or a half decent copy of Turtles in Time from CEX. The price has got, I was sort of waiting for the price to go down because I'm sure it was 60, then it was 50, and then when I got this it was 40 or 42. So with my vouchers it cost me I'd say about maximum 15 quid. With, you know, if I go 3 to 1, you know how much I spent on getting the vouchers. So but yeah, it's probably cost me about 15 quid. But story, you know, lesson to be learned, and many people know, I ordered this off online and the first copy I got was fake, because I could tell by the label. And it just shows you've got to be so careful with stuff that they send, because they'll just take it in. They don't know, someone's going to get you know, 30 quid in trade or credit or whatever, and for, you know, trading in a dodgy game. But I went into the store, and there's the guys in CEX where I am, they're really cool, and I explained to him and he was like, okay, that's fine. And then I got a refund, and then I got this one, so I was really happy. Yeah, it's got a bit of a crappy back on it, but yeah, no, well pleased with that. It's one, you know, one of the games I really wanted. I'm not bothered about having it boxed. I just wanted to give it a go, you know. And to be honest, if there was one, I see lots of people have like arcade cabinets and stuff. If there was one arcade cabinet that you could have, what would it be? And I think the ones that I had the most fun playing was, yeah, the 4-player Turtles game. Absolutely fantastic. It's such a good game. And also I remember playing the Simpsons 4-player game. That was fantastic as well. Obviously Final Fight, love that. Very rarely could get on the Street Fighter cabinet, because it was just the most popular by far in our little arcade that we had in the town that I used to live in. There was a I think it was WWF Superstars. Fantastic arcade. Quite predictable the way that the opponents would react, but it was such a cool game, like with Hogan and Warrior, and so brilliant. What else? Double Dragon, the original Double Dragon in the cabinet was fantastic. Oh man, if only still had some of those knocking around. But yeah, I think, yeah, if I could have one, it would be the 4-player Turtles. That ain't never going to happen, unfortunately, but hey ho. But I've got the cartridge now, so it's cool. Alright guys, I've been waffling on. So, okay, cool. See you in the next one.